everybody to V-Time, episode 43. We're back, and we got some special news, more updates on order cards, more leaks, finally getting to see some of the VRs from Astro Force, and so forth and so forth. So, it's going to be a nice one, normal V-Time. Let's get right to it with the week's leaks. Alex, you want to start us off?
Yay, Genesis!
But it's a good Genesis.
It's trash, but we're still gonna cover it.
I mean, look at it.
Okay, it's not trash. It's decent.
But you need the pieces.
It's just in practice, it's bad. Okay, so we'll start with the grade 1. Late ripening sorcerer Palometa. Yeah. It's grade 1. Auto rearguard at the end of the battle that it boosted a Daybreak sorcerer Ashwa. Cost Soul Blast 1, draw a card. Drawing cards are good.
So it boosts a specific grade 2.
Yes. Which the specific grade 2 is auto skill, rearguard.
What's his name?
I just said it!
Do it again! We have a format!
Daybreak Sorcerer Ashwa.
It's not Ashra, it's the male.
Ashwa. Anyways, auto rearguard. At the end of the battle that it boosted the grade 1. Cost, put this unit into your soul, get an imaginary gift, force marker, and put it on your vanguard.
Can you English? When it boosted? How does a grade 2 boost?
Sorry. When it's being boosted by the grade 1. Now, is that grade 1?
Well, yeah, you said when it boosts.
When it's boosted by the grade 1, it goes into your soul and you get a force marker.
Yes. At the end of the battle.
Yes. Sounds really cool. You doesn't have to have a specific vanguard. So
I mean, altogether, your soul becomes net because it goes to soul, and then the grade 1 soul blasts it technically and draws a card. So altogether, you're basically losing a grade 2, drawing a card, and making a force marker.
Look. It's a very complicated, specific combo for what the grade 1 from the trial deck does.
Well, yeah, but this can make you a force marker and you don't need to be natural poet. This is early game, if you see the pieces.
You have to have both of these. You're going to get it off maybe once.
Hey.
Maybe.
You still get a force marker.
No, don't do it. Don't play that. There's better cards.
Anyway, moving on, we saw an Angel Feather leak. It's a common grade 1, nothing too special, just kind of does what angels do, and it's Service Improver. Yeah, Improver. Yeah.
Yes.
Continuous rear guard in your circle. If a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, this unit gets power 5k, shield 5k. So it becomes a 12k attacker or booster, and it can be a 15k shield. Or if you have, a Protect 2 marker, which is apparently
25.
It can't intercept, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's a 15k shield.
Yep.
It's a common. It's a tech, if anything. Most people probably. Yeah. Moving on.
Big weeks.
Stream happened, and we saw Chronofang, Chrono Tiger.
We already knew his skills to an extent, but now we have legit skills.
We have legit skills. So, I'm a big fan of Gears in the sense of Chronofang. I loved Demiurge and
Gear Colossus.
Gear Colossus. I honestly love that deck and build a Gear Colossus deck. I love Tiger. Chronojet, I built it. I wasn't a big fan of it because everybody else was playing it in meta deck and yada yada yada.
It's basically the poster child of Gears.
Yeah, but it was still fun. But Chronofang was my baby. You can ask him, I mained Chronofang for a bit.
Yeah. And he would try to show everybody that when he wins with it, it's proven its merit.
Yes! But it's back and it's got support. We're seeing the Chronofang grade 1 version, and now we see a Chronofang grade 2 version with a similar effect. So we got Chronobite Tiger, the triple rare. It has Auto Vanguard at the beginning of your ride phase. Draw a card and discard a card from your hand. That is mandatory. And the other ability is Act Rearguard once per turn, cost discard a card from your hand. This unit gets critical until the end, +1 until the end of turn. So, from proxy plays, I can tell from experience, it's gonna take a while to get used to your grade 2 drawing you an extra card, or your grade 1 drawing you an extra card, because it is so ingrained into you, stand and draw, let's move to ride. And both the grade 1 and grade 2 go, hey, you draw one more card before ride phase.
Honestly,
or beginning of ride phase.
In my opinion, this helps take if you're being aggressive and you're trying to be more crit. This helps take away from it because the big reason people want to play draws is draw into pieces.
Right.
Well, I mean, the grade 1 in this early game will help you draw into your pieces, get it there, to get to that.
Right. And if you combine this with the grade 1, if you have both in hand, like you ride this, pass turn, next turn, draw for skill, ditch the grade 1, call the grade 1, counter bless 1, draw a card. It's a plus engine of itself, but you need pieces. Other than that, the ditch and gain a crit effect just helps Chrono Tiger, as we'll see later. And it's just a threat. If you do force ones, it gets a big number and it's double critical straight out of the bat. That is basically, a threat.
And if you get the whole big Shamba Wamba skill, the Ooga Booga skill,
it matters.
Yeah, it matters.
Anyway, moving on. Chronofang Tiger. He's back. I love the art, by the way. I actually do like his new art. It looks fierce.
Yeah, it looks like a linebacker charging in.
You're no kidding. Anyway, has a force marker, thank God. His first ability is like Lost Legend, so it's Act Vanguard. Cause discard one or more cards from your hand with the sum of their grades being 3 or greater. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 4, ride it as stand, and shuffle your deck. At the end of this turn, or that turn, return the unit and retire the unit and ride a grade 3 card from your soul as rest. So like Lost Legend.
Yeah, exactly. Skill is Lost Legend.
Yeah. His other effect though, when rode upon by Chrono Tiger Rebellion, cause discard a card from your hand and one of your vanguards gets critical +1, drive +1 until the end of turn. So Chrono Tiger becomes, the triple drive, double critical straight off the bat. And really good, in my opinion.
You're doing what the deck wants to do, and you're getting, plussing and getting a threat. Yeah.
Now, why are there 2 ditch effects? Well, like we saw from the episode and like we mostly predicted, Chrono Tiger Rebellion works off of cards in hand. Basically, a reverse of Oracle.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chrono Tiger Rebellion. Auto Vanguard. When it attacks, activate all the effects below according to the number of cards in your hand. If you have 5 or less cards in hand, choose 2 of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire them. If you have 3 or less cards in hand, 3 of your front row units get powered 10k until the end of turn, and then 1 or less card in hand, turn all of the cards in your damage zone face down, and this unit gets continuous Vanguard. All of your opponent's guardians get shield -5k until the end of turn.
I like the balancing of this card. Mostly because, if you have 5 or less, you're getting more than likely getting triple drive. So you're already going to be at 8+ cards in hand.
Yep.
So
if you have 3 or less, you're going to be 6 cards in hand.
So you're going to be like a normal hand anyways, but
yeah,
you're getting +10k, which is pretty good.
And then if you go that extra mile of 1 card left in hand, like if you're not killing them, you're left with minimum 4 cards in hand. At which point it's like, well,
and you're also
I'm in trouble.
And plus you're getting rid of all your damage too, so you're literally just getting final turn.
Well, granted, what we've seen, if you build a deck around it, other than the grade 1, not many things counterblast, and even the grade 1 counterblast when it's ditched, which is mostly during the main phase, and then you flip everything face down, and it's like, well, The good thing about this is though, like if you have 3 damage and you flip everything face down, and then you take damage, you still have, counterblast available.
Yeah.
Or in some cases where it happened, if you're at 0 damage, it free cost.
Yeah. It can happen. Especially if you have this 1 damage and you already played that 1 counterblast, and okay, well, this is a free skill.
For people that are wondering, this is not 100% sure, but I think because of Hospital, we know that if you have all your cards face down already, this still applies because turn all cards in your damage zone face down still applies.
Yeah.
Because otherwise Hospital would not be ran at, maybe. I'm pretty sure. Someone fact check me on it, but I'm pretty sure it still works.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun stuff. I love it. Proxy plays came out, and the only problem is keeping the grade 4s in your deck.
Yeah, you've seen from our proxy play already that you already ran out of grade 4s, and it can.
Okay, that was really unfortunate. Damage.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen none of them.
The grade 1 from the last set is almost a staple of 4 of them now.
Oh my god.
Because you need to make sure that you have 1 in deck.
Now, okay, granted, until we see, people have said, hey, why don't you combine Mystery Flare in this? You can, Mystery Flare needs 3 in bind to get a drive, and needs 7 to get power, and then 13 to get power and 7 to get a crit. So ideally you want at least 7 because hitting 13 is hard already in gears.
Yeah.
To do it early and fast, so ideally you want 7, but again 7 cards or sum of 7 in the bind zone is really hard, and you need to run the bind engine, and then it clashes with this engine. And
I mean, literally, if you're on Chrono Tiger and you're running into Mystery Flare, you're literally vanilla riding because literally that's all Tiger's doing.
And if you didn't see your early pieces, Mystery Flare probably isn't getting any procs on his skill.
Yeah. And
then the vice versa, if you probably run Lost Legend as a support grade 3 and you ride into Chronofang, like you can Counterblast 2 and draw a card, but then Chronofang is going, well, come on, you gotta now ditch because I want to do stuff.
See, I'm curious if they're gonna give this the same treatment as last time we got Gears. Whereas, we've already seen 1 triple rare, but we still have a triple rare left.
Right.
It could be another grade 4 that works off the discard mechanic.
That's what I was leading up to. Like, there probably might be coming another grade 4 to support this, which honestly I won't be fine with. Like, ride that first.
Yeah.
Right, it doesn't get a critical in a drive, but it can do something. Like, maybe, like, you got a grade 2 and a grade 1, the Tiger and a grade 2 common, then when ditch, come back to the field as rest.
Yep.
If that doesn't tell me we're getting a version of Scarlet Bird or something to restand them, I don't know what is.
We'll see.
Moving on.
More Gears.
Good Gears. Like we said, if you use Chrono Tiger Rebellion, 5 less, your cards in hand are 8 or minimum. Granted, there is a card right now that exists that is for the previous bind deck. On attack, bind a card at the end of the battle, put it to soul draw. So you can use that, and it's a really good card because draw. But you still, if you just go out for Rebellion, you're 5 cards to 8, 3 cards to 6, 1 card to 4. Well, these two kind of mend that problem, and especially with the Counterblast. So we got, first I'm going to go with the great one, Steam Sweeper Dodo. Auto rearguard at the beginning of your battle phase until the end of turn, increase or decrease this unit's grade to match the grade of one of your vanguards. So if your vanguard is a grade 4, this unit will become a grade 4 at the beginning of your battle phase. His other ability is continuous rearguard during the battle that it boosted a grade 4. This unit gets power 5k, becoming a 13k booster. Why the grade? Well, because of the grade 2, and maybe because of something else that's coming down the road. But the grade 2, Steam Sweeper Algo. Auto rearguard at the beginning of your battle phase until the end of turn, increase or decrease this unit's grade to match the grade of one of your vanguards. So the same skill as the grade 1. But its other skill is auto rearguard when it attacks, costs Counterblast 4 and draw a card. This cost is reduced by Counterblast 1 for each of your grade 4 units.
It includes itself.
Yes, it says units, that's the best part. So, let's say you are on Tiger, and let's say you have this grade 2 and the grade 1 on the field, and you want to go to 3 cards in hand, and you don't want to do the 1 card in hand scheme. So you swing with Tiger, triple drive, cool, I get, 3 cards in hand. So I get them at 6 now. And let's say you just have these 2 and another thing like the double critical Tiger in the other column. Well, now you swing with this. The grade 2 is a grade 4, the grade 1 is a grade 4, and you have Tiger, which means his skill is now Counterblast, draw 1. Really good. Best case scenario, which Alex kind of felt a little while ago, if you have 2 of the grade 2 in the front row, and let's say 1 of the grade 1 back there, or maybe 2, it doesn't matter at that point, swing with Tiger with 1 card in hand, do the full effect, flip everything face down. You got 4 cards in hand now. Swing with 1 column that's a 23 base with probably a force marker and Tiger's ability, so it just goes up in numbers. You have now 2 grade 2s that count as 4s, 1 grade 1 that's counted as 4, and the Chrono Tiger Rebellion. So you got 4 grade 4s, which means his cost is now Counterblast 0, which means a free on attack drop. And the other column does the same, so now you have 6 cards back in hand after doing the full Tiger effect.
That's a very complicated way of saying these guys just draw you a card.
I like it. Like, at first I was like, well, you need to see the pieces, which is still true, you do need to see the pieces. But Fang has this wonderful thing of, it kind of cycles through. It wants to draw you as many cards so you can ditch as many cards.
See, I like the design of these cards, but I'm curious as to if these are going to translate to what's to come in the future.
Oh yeah.
Chronojet, because I'm wondering if it's going to matter. The grade 4 matter to the deck.
Too bad they don't keep their grades so they can, bind them later and go, hey, I have a grade 4 now. Ha.
That'd be cool with that grade 3 support card from last set.
Man. But yeah, pretty good cards in my opinion. It's a common and rare though, so we'll see what else comes out. But we play tested it and we're going to showcase it, and it's not too shabby.
Well, back to Genesis and more trash cards.
I wouldn't say it's trash card.
Okay,
Himeko loves it.
Okay, this is a Himeko card. It's still finding the room for it's gonna be fun.
I thought you like corgis.
All Out Dog. This is like a Shiba.
Look, man, I like dogs, but I don't know shit about dogs.
All right. Anyways, it's grade 1. Fet Auto Vanguard.
What's his name?
All Out Dog. Anyways, Auto Vanguard when it attacks, so it's only going to work once. Soul Charge 2, and this unit gets power +5 until the end of battle. So it becomes 13k attack on Vanguard. That's it.
I mean,
it's common for a reason. You're not going to play it. Moving on.
I mean, it's a thing.
They're trying to hide the good stuff.
I mean, we've seen a lot of rares and commons. Barely any double rares. And
He's less Angel Feather.
Yeah.
But speaking of double rare Angel Feathers.
Another double rare Angel Feather got leaked. So that's 4 of them already. Rebirth Craver Tomil. At Vanguard Rearguard, once per turn cost +1, put a card from your hand. Put a unit card from your hand to your damage zone face down. Call a card from your damage zone to rearguard until the end of turn. That unit gets 5k, and if that unit is grade 3, it gets boost.
I wish this card interacted with the other grade 3 better. But
the other grade 3 is when it's called from hand. Don't make it broken.
It would have been cool to get a cool
Don't make it broken.
I think Granblue has fun interactions like this. Why not get Angels?
Don't make it broken. Like the fact that they already put a unit card in its effect means they don't want to make it broken.
Fine.
But yeah, it's not a too shabby card. Like it fills a board for 1 counterblast. Because if you counterblast the cards that you want to call, you call that card. Put a card face down into damage. So you basically counterblast 1. If you call a grade 1, it's a 13k booster. If you call a grade 2, it's a 14k attacker. If you call a grade 3, it's a 17k booster or attacker. So it's not too shabby of filling your board with numbers.
Sadly, they couldn't just say put a card because they didn't want to make you get free heals.
Like I said, don't want to make it broken. Last thing we need is Angels Healing in Standard. We already got that in Premium.
Anyways, it's a solid card.
Yeah. Last but not least, yes, you thought it was over, but it is not.
So, here's where the great debate happens.
Now, we know about Quick Order, the whole Blitz Shield, or Blitz Order, the Quick Shield, where if you, and we're already starting showcasing it, so yes, right now, in all our proxy plays, not only are we going to show the new leaked cards, we're also going to incorporate the new Blitz Order and Order cards as we see fit. Like the Blitz Order, the Quick Shield, we're going to use that because all starters are going to have that effect, so why not? And the other Order cards, we'll see if they fit to the deck, we might use them. For example, this one.
Power Rise Elixir.
Fun.
It's a grade 2 order.
What's it do?
So, cost when you use it, because
you can only use orders to their main phase, and they're part of your deck. So if anybody plays White Schwartz, it's like events.
Yeah, and of course you can only play them when you have the grades. So this one's grade 2, so grade 2 or greater.
Yep.
One of your units, counterblast 2, one of your units gets power plus 20,000.
Until the end of turn.
Yep.
That is important. You don't say that last part, then it's a good card.
I mean, this would be fun if you're playing Aqua Force. Hey, here's this, August swing 29, restand 29.
I mean, Aqua Force probably can use it then.
Yeah, I mean, Counterblast.
Revan does Counterblast, but most of its other cards don't too much, so you maybe could.
Discard a card or Tidal Assault, Soul Blaster card.
Yeah, and you still got Penguin if you really needed a counter charge.
Yeah.
So I guess Aquifers could use it.
I mean, the fun part about this is that it's the fact that it's 20,000.
Yeah, no grapplers.
And you can,
no, grapplers already.
No. But yeah, most of this card's design space is kind of classed it out because of the CB2. But it's fun that you can use this at grade 2 and have a really strong push.
Now, to make it clear, I'm going to put again in the description anything and everything we can find on orders. So I'll go to the wiki page and check them out.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest part about this you got to think is, yes, it's a grade 2 order. No, if you are missing a grade 2 to ride or a grade 1 or stuff like that, it doesn't count the order as grade. So if I'm missing a grade 2 to ride and I have a grade 2 order, I can still G-assist.
Alright.
What you thinking?
I'm just trying to think of decks that can really use this.
I mean, 20k is fun though. It's only for that turn, and it's CB2. Like CB2 is hefty.
And here's the worst part about this, and it's going to be that with all orders, is it worth putting a slot in your deck? Because normal orders do not go outside of the deck, they are actual physical cards in your deck.
Yeah.
So they're going to take up slots for your units. So is it worth running over a unit?
I might. Okay, so the Barksdale coming. There's a Barksdale coming. Chronofang with the new grade 2 and grade 1 that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Later down the road, I honestly might try this order inside Chronofang.
I mean, I guess
because right now I'm testing out the Tiger grade 2.
Mm-hmm.
This draw grade 2 that comes to grade 4.
Yes.
And I have the put the soul draw by binding a card and drop grade 2.
Yeah.
And I was already thinking, wait, what if I take this out and maximize other cards? Well, maybe I can take that out and try this order because I don't use that much counterblast in Fang.
I mean,
if I can use it early, Fang's gonna just flip everything down anyway.
And your grade 2s will just draw you for free if you have
right.
set up.
But is that 20k really worth it? Like if I put it on the double critical Tiger with a force marker, it's 40k on its own already. Plus Fang 50k.
Well, I mean,
double critical. It's a number, but PGs are still thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, but if you know your opponent doesn't have the perfect card, you're gonna CB2 pretty much win.
Spoilers: we're gonna be showcasing Fang versus Grambling.
Yep. What does the greatest hand deck do against the deck that just eats your hand?
PG. Fudge. We'll see how it goes. We haven't recorded it yet, so we'll see what happens. Because on the testing side, it was interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting because this is basically like an introduction for this. So, I mean, more order cards are gonna come down the road. We're probably gonna get grade 1, grade 3 orders maybe.
That'd be fun. I mean, some of them was already confirmed. I
yeah.
think it's a thing. This might happen.
So I'm sure the higher grade orders, the stronger the order is going to be. But my question is, are they going to design space it out, or are they going to have high rarity orders that are cost free or something?
That'd be nice.
It's going to be weird, seeing Bushiroad designing these cards to make you have an incentive to run them over actual units.
White Shorts has basically the same problem, but for them, events are really, really important in some decks. There's a White Shorts deck, I think it's in Bang Dream, where literally the climax combo is around the event. So you have to run that specific event.
But these cards don't require
these cards are basically spell cards, like tech cards.
Which, by the way, can I just say, I love how Vanguard, and since the reboot, has slowly been trying to get away from their identity.
Yeah.
Because we got imaginary gift markers, which if you ever played Magic, it's essentially the same thing as a emblem from their Planeswalkers, which are cards that are markers that can never be left from the game, unless you reset the game somehow.
I guess, but it was unique in its own way.
Yeah. Then we started getting tokens, which Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, the token thing, I'm not gonna even question that.
And now we basically have spell cards, which is the same thing as a sorcery or a magic spell card in Yu-Gi-Oh! So
Bushy, did you fire or hire someone new?
I mean, I feel like their design space is slowly gapping, and they're trying to find ways from other card games that add more design space into the game.
I mean, they try to keep their identity with Stride, and we saw where that went.
I mean, I'm all for new things, but I'm like, come on. You're really original with your game before.
So we still don't know what Gear Next and Asha and Altmile are gonna do.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that beat time when we start freaking out about Gear Next, Asha and Altmile.
Which I think is funny because technically these are not legal until those trial decks. So these will not.
Damn.
I think they said March 27th was the actual date they're legal. So that's true. Then that means they come out at the same time as the trial decks, which means that technically we won't be getting these in the Astral Force. That these will be coming in the.
No, Astral Force is guaranteed that we're not getting them.
Yes, but.
This is more down the road. Hold the fridge up.
So that makes me wonder, is this what the whole, G-Boot is going to be focused around?
See, I just realized something. We covered the Grade 2 order.
Yes.
Where does it come from?
I mean...
The set number.
Oh, yeah. Did it have a set number on it?
Exactly. Oh, God, we forgot to check that. We probably should have checked that.
We probably should have.
One moment. I'm going to say sorry.
Go back up.
No,
it was with Tiger.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh, hey, not that Tiger. This Tiger. That Tiger. There he goes.
Nope. It does not have a set number.
What the hell?
They're probably hiding it because this is probably from whenever we get into G-Boot.
Okay, yeah. But, keep going.
Because I think there was somewhere in the announcement that said that these were not legal until March 27th, which I think is the exact date that the trial decks are dropping.
So Astral Force is dropping February 21st. Trial deck, I have no clue because it's not still up yet.
Oh,
some
here.
reason.
Let me see. Where was the list of...
That's the list of upcoming sets. Oh, there we go. Stop. We had it. No, we didn't.
Any Dragon Boy.
I don't know. But, damn. We derailed fast.
Here. March. They come out in March.
Yeah, they come out sometime in March. Move.
Okay.
I got this from here. So they come out in March 27th.
So which is the date they said that these are legal. So basically there's a coming in the trial decks. Which should be interesting because that means that possibly you're going to have one normal order in the trial deck? I mean, I know they confirmed that we're going to have a...
Oh! The Elixir comes in the trial deck.
Oh, well, there you go. That's going to be interesting.
That will be interesting. That either means that the trial deck cards are not going to see be a lot, or going to need the 20k.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
That will be interesting.
That is a thing now.
That is very interesting to think about that now. We'll see when we get around to that. Because,
yeah, no kidding.
They're going to come with the Blitz order in a normal order. And they're also going to come with Imaginary Gift Force, Imaginary Gift 1 and 2s.
A lot of changes.
A lot of changes, yes. But, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta wrap it up.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! / Magic the Gathering Vanguard.
Anyway, leave a comment down below what your predictions for the orders are. Other than that, like the video, share it, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell to get notified, and maybe even follow us on Facebook where we post, their profiles and everything. Oh, also, big news, if anybody's still sticking around. If anybody wants proxy cards, because we've been getting a lot of requests, there will be a link in the description to a Google Drive where all the proxy sheets from now-ish forward will be uploaded. So if you're looking for a specific card you want to play test, you can go up there, search it, find it, print it, cut it, play it. So that'll make our lives easier when people asking and give you guys availability. But other than that, that was episode 43. Not too shabby. Hopefully next stream we're going to see another VR, Angels.
We're more likely going to see Uranus since it's in the episode Saturday.
We'll see. That's for the next episode. Other than that, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye.
Woo! You fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Man. Don't make me you.
I'm gonna laugh if we get demonetized for you hitting me.
I didn't hit you.